Okay, so after conversation, like now started with acting, then promotions and all digital creation. Now I'm going to ask you questions about you yourself. So who is Tvara behind all this digital
Right.
creation, acting, promotion, and all this stuff? Who is Tvara?
I am I am quite like how I come across when I'm very passionate about the things that I like. If you start talking about those things, even if I'm at home and like chilling, I'll be suddenly like ha ha and become like that. And otherwise, if I'm
Hmm.
like not really enjoying, I'll be like bored and all. I love
Mm-hmm.
to travel. I love to
Mm-hmm.
eat. So I enjoy all the good things in life, and I think
You
that keeps
travel
me
20 plus countries that I came to know. Is it
cities.
20 plus
Yeah,
states?
countries I've
Sorry.
been to.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Right.
India,
So.
because so that's what કે તું
Hmm.
so आज आपको social work નું મને આવે છે ને because I feel like કે I feel a lot for my country, પહેલેથી
Mm-hmm.
એવું છે. I
Mm-hmm.
feel a lot કે
Mm-hmm.
हाँ यार I should do something for India, not in a crazy nationalistic way,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I have a lot of that sense of nationalism in me. So
Mm-hmm.
when I go out and I travel and I live with these kind of people in the homestays, or I really connect to those people, I connect to nature, and that gives me a very good that eventually helps with me with my work. So that is like a great thing which I enjoy. So that is one thing which you give me. I'm always planning something. હવે બે ત્રણ વર્ષથી I've not been able to go so much, but yeah, otherwise उसके पहले तो I used to go a lot. I enjoy eating. I love food. I always thinking about my next meal. So otherwise I
Oh
can
God.
be like that. And yeah, I love to even like relax and be mindful. If I'm working out a little bit, if I'm meditating, just sitting, I think being mindful is a keyword now that people are learning, and it has helped me a lot to be in the present, think about present. And yeah, reading of course. And I watch a lot of OTT content. I consume huge
Oh, really?
yeah.
So you
I'm
watch all the shows on Netflix, Amazon,
yeah,
everything?
not all. I'm
Ah,
like very selective, but yeah, I'm a big movie buff. I love
okay.
watching movies. I love I'm like constantly doing it. So yeah, you can say I'm very workaholic. That's for sure. Even if I'm relaxing, I am in a way working. It is like that. But then when I get really worked up, then I have to be like calm myself down. Okay,
Right.
I have to relax now. It's like that.
Good. But in throughout all this conversation, Tora, I see that you are so much confident, right? And my next question is, how do you maintain that physically? And it should not go into overconfidence, otherwise,
Yeah.
or it should
Very
not go
true.
below that level.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
do you
yeah.
maintain that?
Yeah, so it comes from within. I feel that it is very important to be secure. And I also thank my mom for that. I think my mom, I have grown watching her, and she's a very confident person. Like whatever she's doing, she'll be like, you can actually see that she doesn't compete with the whole world, but rather she is like so secure and competing with herself and trying to be better. So I think just by observing we learn these things. These are very important, and I think the real seeds of these kind of thinking, I think it is in our childhood, right? If childhood માં તમને કઈ રીતના મળ્યું છે કે તમે secure, so it has to be like security. You should be that way. And of course I have bad days. Of course I have those kind of days કે Instagram પર જોઉં અને it's human nature. You say કે constant તમારો સ્ટેટ ના હોવો જોઈએ કે તમે બધાની જોડે પોતાની જાતને કમ્પેર કરો, પણ ક્યારેક ને ક્યારેક તો એવું થવાનું જ છે કે તમે કમ્પેર કરો, and you feel that okay, I should be here and I'm not here, and those kind of thoughts come to me too. But whenever they come, I let it be. I let the thought come and I વિચારી લઉં કે okay, હવે 2-3 કલાક વિચારીશ તો no problem. Let the thought come, let it go. Right. And then when it goes, then I'm again focused on my own thing. I have like a daily planner. So planner માં હું મારું બધું લખતી હોઉં, પણ એની સાથે I also have my affirmations. So wow. I write affirmations.
That is so good, Tvara. You know what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you, but
No, that's fine.
the last interview that I had with one lady marketing manager, she was there, and she also mentioned that okay, she's also practicing positive affirmation. And I said, wow, it's like I'm attracting such people. Today is the 100th day, Tvara, of me writing affirmations, and yeah, today, and continuously daily for last 100 days. Okay, so wow, okay. Coming back to you.
It helps a lot, right?
Yes,
and I thought
absolutely amazing. I mean, amazing. Yes,
I've not been able to do it
we'll,
regularly.
We'll talk offline
it's
for
great
that for sure.
No, but it's great that you were writing it for 100 days. That's amazing.
Yes.
I would really want that. But it is a crazy change. Like they say, okay, 21 days to the karo, so it becomes like a habit. And then you feel, okay, so like it's very true, happiness and positivity, it's a habit. Nobody is going to be like, okay, good morning, I'll be happy today. Nobody can be like that. Right. It's a habit. So you have to work on it, and all these external factors are going to keep coming in your face, but you have to be like, nee, this is my thing, and at the end of the day I have to be there for myself. So I think my confidence, what we were talking about, it comes from there
from
also.
All these things. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tvara, my next question is about like as an influencer, right? What do you think are your responsibilities?
Yeah, so I feel that I have to be honest about whatever I'm sharing. It's up to me that my personal life I'm not sharing, but at least what I'm sharing, what is connecting, I'll be honest. I should be honest about whatever it is. And I really feel that if you have an audience, you must voice your things, the causes that you're standing up for. And I think everyone should have not just one, but at least some more than one causes that you stand for. Whatever you feel strongly about, you should develop an opinion and you should talk about it. Because very necessary now, because we are facing so many challenges today in the world, and when I see that people are just not at all caring about that whole thing, and that's what I feel, if I'm getting such good brands, if I'm getting such good people, then I feel like I also have to give back to the society. So then I do even more in that. This much I'm getting, so I should do a little bit more. I think that everyone should do.
And you talked about, like you do some meditation, or you just observe your thought, mindfulness. Is there anything that you want to share about this mental health, or how do you maintain both mental and physical health? Because in your profession, right, both are equally important. Right.
Yeah. So mental health, like I said, I've also done this play. So we even talked to some therapists. We invited a lot of young doctors who could understand that and talk. So so that time also they watch the play. They would also say, tell us to not use this word, use that word. Our word so that can. So I met them and I was talking to them. So I know a little bit about these things.
Like people use depression as a word, every now and then, but it is totally different, right?
Anxiety, depression, they are just using it. And I do get anxiety. Honestly, I do get anxiety. કેમ કે થાય જ છે જ્યારે આટલું બધું એકદમ તમારું પેક શેડ્યુલ હોય અને એક સાથે 4 વસ્તુ થતી હોય, and then I'm calling someone, like I get little annoyed when people keep calling me, because that has happened because એટલા બધા અમુક random calls આયા હોય જેની મતલબ જ ના હોય. એટલે પછી મને એવું થાય કે when I'm like talking, I'm like really exhausted because of that whole thing. So અડધું એના લીધે anxiety થાય. So I myself face it, that I do get anxiety.
Or probably, in your case, it could be FOMO. Right?
Yeah, but FOMO is like, okay, not at this level.
કોઈ brand માંથી કોઈ company માંથી phone આવે મારથી miss ના થઈ જાય, like
I don't get that kind of FOMO. I get other kind of FOMO about bigger things, but I don't get that kind of, because I know that regularly I check my mails and I reply to na rite thai. But I do get anxiety when the whole thing is happening, when I'm talking to 2-3 people. Any અંદર મને heavy anxiety પણ થાય કે આ કરવામાં બીજું કંઈ એ વખતે આવ્યું, કે બે વસ્તુ સાથે આવી તો આ કરું કે આ કરું, or that kind of thing, it happens. So when that happens, this is you cannot sometimes meditate, because if you try doing that, then it becomes worse. So I think, so for my case at least, then it's like badhani coping mechanism alag alag hoye. So for me, I cannot meditate that time. I just completely distract myself when it's like that. So I'll eat something nice, I'll watch something that I watch, and I just try and just disconnect from that for a while. So that makes me feel little normal. My breathing pattern changes, and that's what relaxes me at that kind of time. But I feel that lambu chalu cha, then of course planning a short trip. If you can't plan like a long trip, at least a short trip helps.
Right.
So like how I balance my physical is, I keep myself strong. I do workouts where strength training is also important, not just cardio or something like that. So I do that kind of thing. And yeah, yoga helps. Yoga na tame jetla bhi forms karo, you can really, you do power yoga. So that sort of a thing also helps. So I try karwanu ke jetlu balance thai. Sometimes it is out of control, but I'll be like honest, sometimes it's out of control, but I try and balance as much as I can.
Do you eat all those food and beverages that you endorse, right? So what we see on your Instagram, you eat all those things?
Yeah, so regularly એવું નહીં કે મેં like suppose કે કોઈ કહું ready-made પરાઠાનું mix છે કે આવું કંઈક હોય, તો એવું નથી કે એવું regularly મેં ખાધું હોય. But yeah, during that time or anything, I do eat it. It's not like I will not. But हाँ, by taste, if it is something that I'm not enjoying, like I don't enjoy like all kind of Chinese, Indian foods, you know. So if I'm not, sometimes then I'm not eating. But yeah, agar then I would not promote it also. I would say that this product has a problem. Because when they are working so hard for it, they are working very hard that they make a good product. But yeah, if that happens, then I'll not promote it. If it is like that bad, I cannot even eat.
Right. Tvara, who encourages you, in life?
My family does, for sure. Because I'm an only child, you know that. So any other like all the pressures are also on you, and all the expectations are also from you. So in a way, now it's not like nobody is going to like push me in that sort of a way, but that itself is very encouraging. So that has been very this thing. Everybody in my family, most of them, they take an interest in my work. So if I'm going and meeting a family friend or anybody, so they ask me questions like, how you are also curious to know because it's a very new field, like a lot of things I do on Instagram. So people ask me that, and I think that motivates me. And friends, so that is the thing that keeps changing kavi. But like that as in how you start becoming successful, not all your friends are going to be there for you. A lot of them will leave you. But it is important to keep your close-knit circle where everybody encourages. So that helps me a lot. I keep those kind of people near me. Encourage
you feel that insecurity of like losing friends or some good people. You mentioned about some of your insecurities. Is there anything that you want to share about?
Good people would not leave. Good people will not leave, right? Those who are good for you, they don't leave. But friends, it has happened. A lot of friends who I was close to, even I don't connect to them now. So I don't really regret it. Away nothing friends. I always think that friends rehwana chahiye. So those who have been there, even if we are not able to talk so much, they are there. And you keep finding those people, right? Ke je tamne help karwana hoy, ke je tamne not saying help as in everything.
I know what you're trying to say.
Who give you a constructive criticism, who are there for you, who understand also your problems.
Absolutely, this is extremely important. I have also experienced this thing, constructive criticism, right? People will say, because I know this world, so people will start ke to wo moti થઈ ગઈ હવે atla followers છે હવે તો ગાંઠ સહિત નહીં, right? but then अरे કંઈક સારું કામ કરી દીધું કે કંઈક ખરાબ કામ કરી દીધું, તો that kind of positive, or I would not say positive, but a nice feedback is what we need rather than just right. Gossips, what about gossips, Tvara? How do you deal with gossips? I'm sure you must be facing a lot, right? So, and because that actually directly impacts the mental health, right?
But I don't like when you are like hanging out with friends and that kind of thing happens, because somebody is gossiping here there, I think it would impact you. એવી રીતે થયું છે મારી સાથે કે when you are in a group of friends and you're like meeting every weekend કે આપડા પાર્ટી માટે મળશું કે પાર્ટી કરે છે કે આ મારા friends છે જેની જોડે chill કરું છું. So when this whole gossip thing and all this happens, in that affects me કેમ કે એ તો તમે મળો છો. But in a way જે offline થતું હોય છે ને, like online થતું હોય છે ને, I think that does not impact you as much if you already make yourself strong. Because at the end of the day, they are all behind their screens. They are not even there out, and not even it doesn't even matter. I've also met some great people like that. But in most cases, what they are saying, it doesn't matter because they are not involved. They don't know કે તમારી લાઈફમાં શું ચાલી બી રહ્યું છે. એ લોકો એમની જ રીતે કહી રહ્યા છે. So let them say whatever they want. They don't even know what is happening. So I think that it doesn't matter. Those kind of people don't matter. But those people who are near to me, close by, if they are doing this, then it does matter. And it has okay, when you do, you automatically filter out those kind of people from your life.
Right. And my next question, Tvara, which is for me is extremely important and for everyone, and I ask these questions to everyone, okay? Your internal dialogue, your self-talk, what you talk to yourself, right? What are your thoughts about particular that concept?
Right. Yeah, so internal dialogue is very important. That shows that you're going to reflect on how you carry yourself, how you present yourself in any room, what you think about yourself. It is sauthi pehla to e vastu, and then whenever something wrong happens, like it will happen, things will go wrong and you will fail in life. So especially internal dialogue is especially important during those times when you are at your lowest. Because when you are at your lowest and you think ha yaar main to koi deserve karti hi nahi, then it's going to be really bad. But at that time you have to be able to say to yourself that no, I can come out of this. And that will also, again, like we discussed, it will come through practice. So it cannot be like when I'm at my worst, my internal dialogue will say very good things.
It will happen.
Say what you always say. So on a good day or a bad day, you have to say good things to yourself.
Right. And another thing about loving yourself, right? The self-love. How important it is, I'm sure you know that. And how do you do that?
Yeah, so self-love, a lot of people are saying now that is the most important relationship you will have with, because that's with you and you are always like your subconscious is talking to you. So that's what can make yourself happy. I mean, whatever has gone wrong, make yourself happy. But I think in the longer run, no, self-love is also not like a pamper yourself aise hi, even if when you've done something, not being able to really achieve your goals, or you're lagging way behind. Because what happens is that time you will be like, okay, you'll pamper yourself, but tomorrow that problem is still going to be there. So I think with a very real objectivity, with a very real sense of understanding situation the way it is, and then loving yourself, I think it's very important. And you can take yourself out on a trip, on a movie, eat good food. All these things are important for that.
One of the practices that I sometimes do is, like I look at myself in the mirror and I say, I love you. I really love you. Right? And initially it was difficult, but then, now I can do that. And that makes a lot of difference. I mean, even during, my office break, when, we go to the washroom, if no one is around, same mirror hoy, so I do that. And it literally changes your energy, right? And
true. It is something that can help, and I think it helps a lot with your confidence also.
Absolutely. Okay, you mentioned your family supports you a lot, your friends. Is there anything that you want to say about your loved ones?
Yeah, so that this is what I'm like happy about. Okay, I'm grateful for those people who are supporting me for
Right.
sure. There are also challenges in that. There are people who don't understand. That is also there. But at the same time, I'm just happy to know that balance is there somewhere, because that can be your anchor in a lot of ways.
Right. Friends make a lot of difference. I mean,
the kind of, and I'm not even saying you use words like friends. It's like a the people you keep around. You must have seen these are like these days everybody wants to be your mentor, like a mentor. But it is like I have to choose you to be my mentor.
Absolutely.
So I also get a lot of that kind of energy also, which I don't want at all. Where people are like always messaging me, you know what, you should do this, you should do. Now watch. अरे तू आके नहीं करती. अरे but already I have so much. So where did that come from? So you have to filter that out, I think.
Right. And you recently did one program for UNICEF or something, So what was that? I think it was a really big cause, it seems. So
UNICEF, I've been associated with them before also. 2 years back, I did a campaign with them. So mostly they are helping little children, right? So who are not that privileged, they are helping them. So now they had an intersectionality discussion on climate change and how it impacts children. So like climate change is also a children's issue. તો હવે આપણે ખબર છે કે ગરમી કેવી લાગે છે અને હવે જે રીતે થઈ રહ્યું છે it's like unbearable, like whole earth is like facing that. So global warming નું ને બધા discussion હતા, and it was about how we can each do something sustainable which will help the children. So it was a discussion, and they called really interesting people who are actually doing so much more in this field. And I was called as someone because I also done sustainability a little bit. I talked about that, and I can take that message to my bigger audience. So that way, I would love to, like I told you before, I would love to use my audience to talk about things which really matter. So this was also an exercise in the same direction.
Good. Okay, then I am done from my side. Tvara, is there anything that you want to share which I might have missed, or anything that you want to convey to your audience?
I think we connected over all these things before it also, so I knew pretty much these are the things, and I think we have covered most of it. I also don't remember anything that I could be really adding at this point. But yeah, I think I don't have anything much because we pretty much covered everything in the questions.
Great. Yes, I thought so. Yes. Okay, then my last segment is about I know one self-help technique which is called tapping or EFT. EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and I have been practicing that technique for last 5-6 years. It is like a modern version of acupuncture, but the only difference is that we don't use the needles. In acupuncture, there is a needle, right? So, but in this technique, you use your hands, probably first 2 fingers, and tap, just like tap on upper part of your body. There are 9 points actually where you need to tap. I'll just give you a little background of that. How it scientifically works is that જ્યારે બી કંઈક external world માં કોઈ બી event થાય, some adversities થાય, right? So we go into flight or fight response mode. Right? You know that, right? A flight or fight શું છે. So and in that case amygdala activate થઈ જાય અને cortisol hormone એ આપણા બોડીમાં જનરેટ થાય, and which is responsible for stress or irritation, anxiety, right, and so many other things. And a continuous base par chale, so it is not a good idea, right? It's not a good thing. So tapping so help kare che ke when you tap on all these points, it gives a signal to this amygdala કે ઓકે બહારના વર્લ્ડમાં જે બી કંઈ ઇવેન્ટ થઈ છે એ એટલી બધી એક્સ્ટ્રીમ નથી. સો બોડી ઓર માઇન્ડ ડઝ નોટ નીડ ટુ ગો ઇન ટુ ધીસ ફ્લાઇટ ઓર ફાઇટ મોડ. So be there, like you calm down, keep yourself, come to the present moment and then respond to the situation. So મેં પણ during corona time વડોદરા police headquarter માં even I met commissioner of police and I did a lot of this kind of activities, but then I thought કે મારે બી આ વસ્તુને maximum લોકો સુધી પહોંચાડવી છે. Why I'm telling you is that I do it for all my guests. So is there anything that is going on in your mind right now which is bothering you or in life in general? You may not need to share also. If you don't wish to, we can do it on a general tapping, and while doing tapping we'll speak the positive affirmation. That's what I do. Okay. Yeah. So if you have any thought, you can tell me. Otherwise, I can think of something and we can do the tapping. One round just for demonstration.
Yeah, so something that would relax me, make me calm. Like I have, like I told you, I have work pressures, I get anxiety. So we can have something like that to relax me or to calm.
Okay. Can we do at one round of tapping on gratitude, right? Gratefulness. Yeah, sure. Because that's the best way to invite all the abundance, right?
Goodness.
And so what we can do is the positive affirmation can be, I am grateful to all the wonderful things that are happening in my life. Right? And what it should do is, like, if you do it for 2 to 5 minutes, we'll do only for one round, but if you continue to do it on a daily basis, it shifts your thought process, right? The pattern gets changed, right? So let's do that and let's see. Okay, so just you can follow me. Tap karu dia. So first point is this eyebrow point. Okay. Yes, and I'll speak and then you speak, right? So I welcome, I'm grateful to all the wonderful things that are happening in my life.
I'm grateful for all the wonderful things that are happening in my life.
I'm grateful to the universe for all the wonderful things that are happening in my life. This point is side of the eye.
Okay. I'm grateful to the universe for all the wonderful things which are happening in my life.
Then under eye. This is also a very important point. So Tvara, when you feel any anxiety or fear, you can tap on this point and just see how it will make a difference. Okay, so I'm grateful to the universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I'm grateful to universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
Next point is under nose. I'm grateful to the universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I'm grateful to universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I know it looks funny, but it works. Okay, then the chin point. Okay.
Right.
I'm grateful to the universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I'm grateful to universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
If someone is standing in front of you, he or she must be laughing. Okay, then
yeah, that's what happens suddenly. But no, I never heard of this tapping thing before.
Yes, I mean, it works. So the next point is collarbone. Okay, not the throat, collarbone. Okay, aaj apdu hadko hai na.
Yeah.
Right. I'm grateful to the universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I'm grateful to universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
Next point is armpit થી નીચે એક હાથ નીચે આજે આ rib cage છે ને આજે એમને ફીલ થાય, right? I'm grateful to the universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I'm grateful to universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
Right, and the last point is top of the head. Okay, like a monkey.
Okay.
I'm grateful to the universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
I'm grateful to universe for manifesting all the wonderful things in my life.
Okay.
This was nice.
This was funny. This is unique thing. And 9 points, they are connected to the meridians. So it's a different alternate therapy together. But
but yes, you are into these therapies, right?
Oh yes. I do a lot of sessions, 1-to-1 or in group also. Okay.
I think it was really nice, and I think we finished quite fast. I thought that we have like 3 things, but we finished quite fast.
Oh, yes, yes. And thank you once again for your time. I know you were very busy, but thank you
Not
for taking out.
always. Sometimes I.
Good, good, good. Okay,
Thank
Dwara.
you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dwara.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.